This November, no matter the outcome, we will elect our 47th chief executive. But first, we're going to take a look back at how the presidents became president. This is your countdown to 47. Let's look next at the peanut farmer, Jimmy Carter. Before becoming the 39th president, Carter was raised on a peanut farm in Georgia. Beginning in 1946, Carter served in the Navy as a submariner at the dawn of the Cold War. After 7 years, Carter was discharged from service and returned to run his family farm. In 1962, Carter began his political career with his election to the state Senate. He then ran for governor and won in 1970. 4 years later, Carter announced he was running for president. After a 2-year campaign, Carter won the Democratic nomination for president in 1976 and narrowly won the general election that November, beating President Ford. Carter went on to become the 39th president of the United States. President Carter sought to get a handle on domestic issues such as unemployment. His efforts inadvertently led to a recession with a rapid rise in inflation and interest rates. During his tenure, an increase in oil prices overseas led to an energy crisis and a massive cost of living adjustment, exacerbating economic problems such as inflation, which hit double digits. In foreign policy, President Carter brokered the Camp David Accords, which established peaceful terms between Egypt and Israel. This is often regarded as his greatest accomplishment in foreign policy. In 1979, Carter also helped negotiate SALT II with the Soviet Union, placing further nuclear arms limitations on both parties. That same year, Iranian students seized the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and took more than 50 Americans hostage. President Carter quickly took action, attempting negotiations for their release. None worked, so Carter authorized a rescue operation, which was aborted partway through and led to the deaths of 8 service members. President Carter assumed full responsibility. As the Iranian hostage crisis dragged on, Carter faced Republican challenger Ronald Reagan in the 1980 election. The ongoing economic issues domestically and the crisis overseas contributed to Reagan's decisive victory over President Carter. Jimmy Carter served as President of the United States from 1977 to 1981. I'm Eric George for Valley News Live, and this has been your countdown to 47.